This is Tony T908 with Lisk.support. Today is a very exciting day. We are releasing our newest tool, the Lisk Rich List. Basically what it is a tool that allows you to see how much Lisk is distributed amongst different groups of wallets based on how much Lisk are in those wallets and how much those groups are actually worth. So we've decided that we're going to release this tool. We're going to also release this video to kind of give you a brief overview and a description of what this tool is and how it works. So you can see at the top here, we can see the current value of Lisk as far as US value and Bitcoin value. And on the right hand side, you can see exactly when this list was last updated. It's going to be every 10 minutes or so. It won't be exact. It might be 9, might be 11, just depends. But roughly we have 3 different toggles: exchanges, HQ addresses, and this one, it says total ascending. So I'll talk about exchanges and HQ addresses right now. You might want to not include those type of addresses. You might not want to include all of your exchanges, so you can easily toggle that off or on. HQ addresses, that's going to include addresses like Max, all over the bounty assets. You can easily toggle those off and on as well. So the different groupings for this distribution, we start from any wallet that has some Lisk in it up until 1. Then the next grouping goes in groups of 1 decimal place. The next group is 1 Lisk to 10 Lisk, then 10 to 100. Each group, it has how much US currency value as well as Bitcoin value. So the lower wallets only have less than $30,000 within that group, and less than 5 Bitcoin, 4.6. Whereas if you scroll all the way down to the biggest grouping, which are wallets with greater than 10 million Lisk, we can see the value is much higher, 51.7 million US dollars, which equates to 8,107 Bitcoin. We can also see the number of addresses. So there's a significant amount of addresses that have low amount of Lisk, 15,606, which is approximately 28% of the number of wallets. And we go down to the biggest. There's only 1. Okay, so the percentage is 0 for the most part. And then you can also see how much Lisk that actually is worth, or how much is Lisk in those wallets, I should say. And we can see that even though there's 1 wallet in this biggest group, that equates to 8.26% of the overall amount of Lisk out there currently. You might say that's a lot, but if we go ahead and we take off the exchanges, we can see that is in fact an exchange wallet. This number also went down as well, so just demonstrate. We'll take HQ addresses off. We see that number went down as well. I'll toggle them back on for the next part. So at the bottom, we have addresses richer than. We have 8 subcategories for US dollars and 8 subcategories for Bitcoin. So you can see that there are over 46,000 addresses that have at least $1 worth of Lisk. And there are 10 wallets that have amounts greater than 10 million US dollars. There's a breakdown similar for Bitcoin again. You can see there's 11 wallets that have over $1,000 or 1,000 Bitcoin worth in those wallets. 91 with 100 Bitcoin, etc., etc. So the last thing I want to go over is the total ascending toggle. Right now, you can see there's a total percentage in the parentheses right here. That by default is ascending. So the top box 0 to 1, it's going to be the same amount. The second, the 1 to 10 Lisk, if you take 28.48 plus 16.13 is 44.62, or the numbers are rounded. It's roughly 44.62. This number, this light purple bar, represents all the preceding groups before it. So if you go to 10 to 100, the light purple bar, we have 26% for the dark purple. Overall is 70.62%. So that means that in this group, the 10 to 100, 70.62% have at least 100 lists. Okay. If you want the opposite, if you want the totals to go down, instead of going from top to bottom, you want to go from bottom to top, you just click this toggle, and then you can see down below the totals are the same for the biggest group. You can see this number right here. We have 35.43% of lists are in this grouping, and that 8.26 from the previous group is added onto this total. So it's coming again from, the totals are going from bottom to top. Okay. And that's pretty much it for this tool. If one thing we do ask from the community right now, we are pulling the exchanges and HQ addresses from our API. So we have a number of exchanges and the HQ addresses. Particularly with the exchanges, it's very difficult to have a complete list for those. We know that there are exchanges that we don't have those addresses for, and we want to get those get this tool and all of our tools for that matter as accurate as possible. So if you notice there's an address that's not included there, please let us know. So again, we can add that immediately and get this tool as accurate as possible. And that's it. If you have any comments, good, bad, we're always looking to make our tools better. So please drop us a message down below, and we hope you enjoy our tool. Thank you.